Um, yeah, so if everyone wants to go around and say their characters' names and their name and kind of introduce themselves, we'll go ahead and get started.
Wait, we going in order? Is there an order?
What is... I was going to say, what is the order?
I don't know.
It's fine. I am BoldMordred, and I will be playing Felix Esoteric. I don't know if I do the class too.
You can say your class.
I'm an occultist. Well. Yeah, that's my introduction.
I believe you don't talk like that though, there, Felix.
Yeah, you.
All right, fine.
Do your voice.
We'll do the voice.
Do your voice.
The name's Felix. I'm an occultist. I'm tired of these hooligans.
Mm-hmm.
Hooligans?
The hell?
All right, now next? Somebody else goes.
Burton, you go.
Right, so Burton, Lacrimal this evening, Dr. Lacrimal for some, most, and here to make sure these ruffians stay a little patched together.
Got ruffians and hooligans so far. I didn't have an insult prepared.
I believe rascals were the day for you. Doctor, it's kind of in the name.
Oh, did you say Dr. Burton Lacrimal?
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
You're doing great.
Oh, I've got to say this in Scottish. The name's Bess. I'm a criminal cast. What else are we saying about our characters?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
okay,
it.
Well, bare minimum is the name of the game for me.
Nice.
I'm playing Sarka.
Okay.
Ruth, Sarka, girl mine.
Yes.
Oh wait, I went Irish immediately.
Yeah.
We're so proud of you.
I'm playing a magician. Just so great.
All right. So we are going to go ahead and get started because everyone has introduced their characters. If you guys don't know me, I'm Plutach. And yeah, it looks like my voice is like really loud, so I'll turn it down a little bit. So basically, Candela is a game put out by Darrington Press, and we're gonna try to emulate whatever stuff they have in the book. So if it's not completely lore accurate, forgive us, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. So basically, Candela starts with a cold open. And yeah, so let me just put on some music.
Nice.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. The Gallivanica Engineering Works looks like every other building in the steel, metal, stains with soot. Absent-mindedly checking her papers, Avery Choi is walking down its many labyrinthine hallways. But something is amiss. She sees vapor start to rise towards the ceiling. Red vapor. She smells the faint scent of scarlet, a dangerous drug, before she falls to the ground. And despite her coughing, Avery makes out voices through the red smog. They're getting closer. Fading in and out of consciousness, Avery hears, "Come on, she won't be too happy if we're late." Another answers, "We're fine. The cormorant doesn't leave till tomorrow evening." But what if? And that's the last Miss Choi hears of that conversation. She wakes up a few hours later, her vision blurred, her head aching, and she makes out the ceiling of the Eon's infirmary. Despite her boss's anger, they do give her the day off. As she walks home, Avery Choi recalls what she is keeping from Eons. A secret. A dangerous secret. A secret that has saved many lives, but a secret that could cost her her own. She strays from her path to a secluded phone booth. She makes one call, one report. On the other end, her lightkeeper, an agent of Candela Obscura. Yeah, and that's the cold open.
Ooh,
That's
Very
exciting.
nice.
secrets.
So what is everyone's
Props.
character doing at this point? It is so the day before because of our lovely Sao wrote a little story. You guys are aware that you have an assignment, and yeah,
Would this...
and you guys are in the South Soffit. So this is the day after the story.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'll explain the cold open in a second. But what is everyone doing the day after the little story, the morning of? Just prepping for the assignment. Your Lena, the Lightkeeper, has not shown up yet to give you the details, but she is aware that you guys are aware you have an assignment. So, what are you guys doing in the South Soffit preparing for the assignment?
Right, I believe that most mornings should take a moment to stop and clean up any instruments and equipment used in the last couple of days and make sure everything's clean and organized.
Is
Picture.
that the South Soffit?
Okay.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
So cute.
Okay.
I'm not sure cute.
No, cute is not the
Cute
one I would
probably
expect.
doesn't describe the level of, like, disparity.
Bess would probably be just hanging about wherever Dr. Lacrimal is.
And where is Dr.
Sokka
Lacrimal?
probably would have gone down to the just general like area of their abandoned building and just be hanging out there waiting for everyone.
Quietly, I believed standard would be using my clinic second floor would be actual residence, so would be once the morning's ready, coming down to main floor to service any walk-ins.
Okay. And Felix, what are you doing?
Felix would probably be taking his time, methodically gathering all of the equipment that he'll need for this assignment before making his way to wherever the waiting area is normally, slumping down into some kind of chair and just going, ugh. Oh, and I have my hand back.
Well, yours. Yes, you got your hand. And would everyone go ahead and describe their characters, just their appearance, kind of like what the vibe is that they give off? What do they smell like? You don't have to say what they smell like, but
Felix will go, gives old man, tired of everything, exhausted constantly, bags under his eyes. He's got a full beard, got a purple mohawk, wears some glasses, and has a lot of nose rings, earrings, but dresses fairly nice in a suit coat, kind of like a dress shirt, tie, and then a larger coat that allows him to secretly keep a lot of his stuff hidden away. He also smells like he hasn't showered in a day or two.
I thought you were going to say
Okay.
coffee for sure.
Oh, and a lot of coffee. Yeah, you're right.
Black
Thank you,
roast
Scott.
coffee. I'll
all right, Dr. Lacrimal, go ahead and
I'll
describe your
there.
character.
rightly through the day-to-day he stays nicely upkept and try to keep the whites and the reds in the laundry. Then as he gets ready for any kind of travel and moving for the day, he'll nice button-up shirt, simple gray slacks, and a nicer overcoat to keep the cold out, but a smaller leather travel bag, and when the time arises, I happen to have to keep a nice small mask for everything.
Okay, Bess.
So Bess has a bit of a grey skin because of the fact that she has this sickness called the grave rot. And due to the grave rot, she gets skin irritations. So she kind of wears a sleeveless shirt, but in other circumstances, she might be known to wear a cloak.
Cool. And it's Sarka, right?
Yeah.
Is that how you Sarka?
Yeah.
Okay. What does Sarka
That's
look like?
right. She wears kind of like a black dress and like a very fluffy wool coat thing.
Mm-hmm.
And in general vibe, she's kind of just like always watching someone, always got a kind of smile on her face. She's just kind of hanging around.
Okay. Well, you all gather at the abandoned building at the time that Lena said, which is getting close to noon. Lena, with her big round glasses and her long black curly hair, she's a middle-aged woman. So she's got wrinkles, but it's not like profound. And she says in her no-nonsense voice, "Yesterday, Galavanica Engineering Works was broken into, and an artifact was stolen. Our agent on the inside was able to contact us after they found out, but unfortunately, they didn't have the clearance to find out what the artifact was. The agent, however, seemed sure that it was the Red Hand, as the perpetrators used red vapor that contained, the agent described it as some kind of scarlet sedative. They also mentioned the Cormorant, which is a ship we've already identified as the Red Hands. Yes. Normally, we would rejoice at the fact at Eon's losing a artifact of power, but the preferred solution is not having it in the Red Hand. This is a unique opportunity to disrupt the Red Hand and gain an artifact to study. However, we have sent a team to infiltrate the Red Hand and intercept them. They have not found the Red Hand group. So, your job is to find the Red Hand group and recover the artifact. Your combined pasts and skills made you the best blade, as you like to be called, for
Thanks.
the job. Questions?
Bess wouldn't have a question so much as more of a reaction. She would kind of start to step behind the rest of the group at hearing that they need to infiltrate the organization that she's essentially running from.
Yeah. Well, to clarify, they already had a circle infiltrate.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to find the group that they were trying to infiltrate.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're missing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sorry if that wasn't clear. So, yeah. So what is everyone else doing?
Burton take a second to clear his throat, and I quite believe we'd at least have a last general direction, preferably more than cardinal, but a good starting point at least. Where were they supposed to meet for any kind of exfil and end of day?
Well, Lena looks directly at Bess and says, "I was hoping you would know."
Blasted. I assumed that they'd want to meet in the exile.
All right. Well, your job, then, is to find this exile and to find this artifact and secure it. Destroy it if you have to, but preferably not. We want it. Now, where is the exile?
Well, happens I know the way.
Perfect. Alright.
Let's go.
You have your assignment? Go. And she, like, looks around the place in disgust and is, like, out
Yeah.
there with her, like, hoity-toity,
So
very
valid.
much. She's a professor at Briarbank College, so she's very, like, ugh.
Dang. Okay, I see.
One last thing there, Lena. Are
She
you
stops and turns
providing anything for this assignment?
We don't have any information about what the artifact is. You have already been provided everything. I believe it would be in your storage in this sad excuse for a chapter house. So just whatever you have that you have used already should be enough. But if not, you know where to find me.
A pleasure as always.
Always. And she walks out.
Bess is gonna spit on the floor as she leaves.
I was gonna say Sako will wave to her.
These are very different reactions. All right. Let's start heading off.
Did you quite wanted to again find a direction? You knew the way already, right there, old timer?
Bess is gonna blink over at Dr. Lacrimal because she
Bess
very
knew the
clearly
way.
had said that she knew the
Yeah.
way.
I
Thank
just
you.
was gonna follow up with that. Like,
You kind of put a hand to his temple and just. Wouldn't it be best to let young darling lead?
yeah.
I believe your young darling is the one who knows the way.
Let's go.
Quiet.
Lead the way there, Bess.
He'll crawl himself off the wall and.
Yeah, she'll kind of just, I guess, exit and go to where she knows that the exile is because she knows where it is.
Yes. So, Bess, I want you to make a focus roll for me. First roll.
Roll of the session.
Yeah. Focus, or it could be focus or survey. It's your choice.
And how do I make a roll? Do I just click on it in my character sheet?
I think you just
I think
click
you
on
click
it.
on survey or focus like the word.
Okay. Oh, and then it gives me an option to roll. Okay.
Oh, there's a little noise.
Yeah, that was
Hello,
really
little
cute.
noise.
Yeah.
Ooh. The first roll.
What did you?
I got a mixed success. I got a 4.
Okay, you got a 4. Well, you know how to get to the exile, but the problem is you would have to get to Old Fair. And you don't know how to get to Old Fair from the South Soffit, specifically. But you do know someone who does.
So,
She'll look over to Felix then and say, I can get us to the exile, but you'll have to take us to Old Fair first.
fine. Make sure you've got everything you need. It's not pretty down there. Come on. I'll take you the back way.
But don't take more than you need, lest you want it stolen in the exile.
See, we're quite leaving the Garden of Eden in comparison.
Bess is gonna wait at the ready.
Okay. So, where do you go, Felix, specifically?
To get down to the old fair, I'd
Yes.
imagine. Let me pull up a thing because I think. Do I need to roll anything to find those that we spoke about?
I
Or
would
is
say it's such a big part of your history that you wouldn't need to roll.
Okay. However, due to its interesting magicalness, I'd say we'd probably go to a number
Yes.
of... Yeah. Felix
you would instead of a focus roll like Bess's, you would make a sense roll to find what you're looking for.
You just click on it? Oh, I see. And you click roll. Oh. Interesting. Just let it default roll there. Did that do a thing?
Nope, not yet.
No.
Nope. Interesting. Did y'all see the dice roll?
Nope.
Nope.
Huh.
Would you click?
I clicked on sense and then I clicked roll.
Oh. It worked for me.
You can also type it in the chat if you want.
Like, roll sense?
I think it's /roll d6.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Oh, I heard something. Oh, there we go. Whoa.
Oh,
I
what is
see.
it? Okay.
But you have to roll
Okay.
2, don't you? Because you've got 2 in sense?
Yes.
Could you not just click it on your sheet?
I did it. I did click it on my screen.
Maybe try again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try again. Hang on.
If anything, reload the page with my suggestion.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Reloading page.
Oh, are you not just clicking? Oh, wait. Okay. Sorry.
We're full.
I forgot I'm on a delay.
There we go. Okay. We're back in. Now I'm gonna...
Oh, you can ping.
Yeah, look at that. Okay, sense. I'm hitting roll on the 2 dice.
Yes.
There you go.
There we go.
Wow.
Oh, you got a
Wow.
6.
Woo!
You did it.
Ooh,
Heyo.
very nice.
So, your journey through the lower layers of the South Soffit is familiar to all of you. But more familiar to Felix as he finds the set of stairs he climbed up all those years ago in order to escape Old Fair. So you arrive at what looks like kind of like an alleyway. This is not the place the stairs were last time, but you know, the stairs move. That's
They like
part of
to
their
move.
charm.
Ooh.
And they like to move. And yeah, so the stairs are in front of you. There's like a plank leaning on the stairs, like the entrance. What would you like to do?
A plank leaning on the entrance of the stairs?
Like blocking it?
Yes. Yes.
Is it like a 2x4 or is it like a big giant heavy board that would require effort to move?
It's like a 2x4.
Oh, then honestly, if it's easier to step over it, I'm just gonna step over it. But it's the least amount of effort required.
Sokka would push it down the stairs.
Okay.
They're not gonna like that.
Okay. So, you guys journey down the stairs. It is a long and, I mean, it's old fare, so it's gonna take you a while to get down there. Yeah. And as you're going down, you start to see bodies on the steps. Some of them look only a few weeks old. Yeah. And you eventually come to the bottom of the steps, and there is a body like at the bottom, so you have to almost like trip over it in order to cross into the threshold of Old Fair. So yeah, and now you guys are in Old Fair. What would you like to do?
I would definitely say that traveling down those stairs, I would be eyeing the different bodies as they're going, kind of trying to check and investigate any of the different wounds to see if there's a pattern or a cause of death.
There are no wounds. It looks like they just died from starvation, and just dehydration and exhaustion. And you start to give me a focus roll, please, as you are investigating these bodies.
Miss DM, can you go over the lore
Yes.
of mouths open versus mouths shut for deaths?
Yeah, mouths closed is that their soul can't escape. So they, basically, that's what you want, is their soul not to escape. Wait, Burton, why do you have 3 dice?
I clicked the drive thing to see how it would look.
Apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was like, okay. I was like, wait a second.
How'd you get
I
three?
forgot about drives.
Curious on it because it auto selects the highest one.
Yes.
Okay.
But you can take the failure and...
No, yeah. The 4 is
you
fine for
want.
it. I was just curious for it, but
Okay, yeah. But so the mouths things are when you die, you want to cover or close the mouth as quickly as possible so the soul is not wandering forever, tortured. So the custom is to put the hands over the mouth. So like in like an emergency room situation, they would call the time of death and immediately put the hands on the mouth. That's as a secure way to make sure the soul doesn't escape.
Okay. So it's ideal
It's kind
to
of
have
like
the
a
mouth
superstition.
closed. Yeah.
Yes.
Are
But you
the
can
bodies...
see some of them have like you can see some of them have weird contraptions, like almost like retainers. When Burton rolled. Well, Burton sees they almost have like makeshift retainers in their mouths to keep the mouths open.
Oh.
That looks about right.
I would, definitely grimace, but try not to completely point it out.
Yeah.
Would it be normal for if someone was to see that sort of thing to go and pull said retainers out of mouths and close them? I don't know
If
that this
you
is a
want.
normal thing.
I don't think this is the normal situation.
No, it's not.
Depends if you knew the person or not, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. But I will say, Dr. Lacrimal, you do find, like, almost brands on them, on, like, their necks, where, it looks like... Unfortunately, I don't have the logo for it, but it's the, it's like a D and a B intertwined. So, yeah. And I guess you could potentially, if you want to figure out what that is, roll, or if you tell the
Like
rest of the
a
group,
textbook?
they can roll.
Yeah, I'll take a roll for it.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a focus again.
Mhm.
All right. You get a drive back though, because you can
nice.
on the gilded.
Takes 3. Yep.
Yep. So you don't know what this means,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. So you see the mark and you're like, ah, huh, and the retainer.
Curious. Noted, but
yeah, the bodies look fresh. Like when I say fresh, maybe like they died a few weeks ago, and maybe that they were put down here.
Mm.
So, but you do not know what the D&B is on the side of the necks.
Dead
Yeah.
and buried.
If it's not going to be problematic, I would like to, at least for the ones that are accessible and less problematic, I'll go pull out the little mouth openers so that they can be properly mouth closed.
Okay.
As
Give me
he was,
Yeah, go ahead.
oh yeah, just as he goes to kind of like reach for it, as a general thing to know, would they be removed without causing harm to the body, or would it be something that he'd have to?
Oh, that's fair.
It would depend on how you remove it and how steady your hands are.
Mm-hmm.
So in this situation, mechanically speaking, I would make you roll for it.
Yeah, I'd just give him that warning as I kind of see him reach a hand towards one of the mouths. I'll just pass along warning with steady the hand for her. Don't tear nothing apart.
They're dead now. Does it matter?
Maybe to
Then
you,
why are you
not
trying
me.
to take it out?
Sign of respect.
Not if you
They're
desecrate
dead.
the
What
body.
does it matter?
Then it matters.
Alright, let's move on. I'm just gonna look at
Okay.
Sarka real hard for a minute. Do little squinty eyes and like, alright. And just move on. Continue on my way.
Okay.
I'll give a little shrug and follow suit with everything.
So, as you continue down the stairs, like I said earlier, you come to the bottom and you enter the threshold of Old Fair. And you can see that the bodies down here are half eaten, almost.
Ooh.
But
Oh.
but there is like the shadows around them are almost tangible. Like you could touch the shadow almost. That's what it looks like.
Can I try?
Yes, you can. Do
You
you
want me
touch
to-
the shadow?
Yeah, I want to try.
When I see
Give
Bess
me a
running off to do
sense.
that, she would go to Dr. Lacrimal. Your thing's running off.
Sense you said?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Kind of just see Bess going to the side of everything and just
Mixed success. Your hand goes cold, and not the cold that you're used to because of the disease that afflicts your body.
Mhm.
This is not an absence of warmth. This is the placement of something in your hand that is not of this realm. And yeah. So you can definitely feel the coldness and the emptiness of the shadow. What do you wish to do?
I'll back away from that.
Okay.
Just from over your shoulder, you just kind of get to hear bringing home another pet, and find something fun.
No. Only this.
Well, rightly, try not to play with her too much.
From this point, would I have a better idea of where the entrance of the exile would be?
Yes, you would.
Okay.
If I'm assuming you guys have a map, so you could like look at the map, and between you and Felix can very easily figure out where the entrance to the exile is.
Okay.
Um,
Then yeah, Bess would, she would kind of stand on the outer of the group, kind of waiting for them to investigate everything.
okay.
With that curiosity on gear and map things, we talked before about it
Yes.
being something that we can choose the gear as we're already moving and doing things in the assignment, during the assignment.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, you
are
don't
they
choose
one-
the gear beforehand.
Are they a one-time use in the assignment? Or are they...
No, they're not one-time
Okay.
use.
Oh, very nice.
So I guess with
But I'm
my
giving you the
curiosity...
map for free, so...
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yay, map.
Map.
I tried looking in the compendium for a handful of them, and they didn't really give the greatest description of what they all did. So are they just all just kind of...
It's up to me, and it's up to
Mhm,
how you use them. So, if you have a question, please ask, and I will attempt to answer when it comes time to do the item thing. But do you have an item right now you wish to pull out?
Yeah, I was looking at least at the bleed detector. Is it something really like a small lantern or fixture that would alarm you for?
Yes. But you get to decide what it looks like. Everyone has their own bleed detector. So, what would your bleed detector look like, Dr. Lack?
Does it have... Realistically, the most effective one would be something of a small pin or something on his actual shirt that would emit some kind of light in different intensities when exposed to.
Okay. Well, you take the pin, like almost like Percy Jackson, and you click the I'm assuming you meant like mechanical pin or like a pin with a cap or something.
Yeah.
Or okay. So you remove the cap, click it, up to you. And the tip of it starts to glow. And now you're very aware that when it glows green, it means bleed is close. It is in between green and white, almost. It is flickering in between green and white. And as you're moving it around, you move it to the east, and you look up and you see like a big cavern as you are walking. And you can see that there are drag marks on the ground going into this cavern. And your pen bleed detector switches immediately to a deep, dark green.
I want to know what's in there so bad.
Yeah, and I kind of give that half cough over to Fila. We ain't going down that way, right? Just kind of pointing with the pen.
At this point, are we following my directions or Bess's directions?
I would say both of you working together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I'm gonna hear that and kind of turn over and look at Bess and be like...
I would run
"So,
over to Dr. Lacrimal.
Which direction is the correct one, Miss Bess?"
Oh, I've run over to the doctor and I'm looking in the direction that he's looking in.
Just pointing down giant chasm of bleed and just... Let's not, right? We have a much better alternative.
Do we? I object.
Yes, you look at the map, and you can see that that is not the direction you need to go. You need to go west, through a series of tunnels.
Oh, that's perfect.
But as you guys are standing there, you start to hear scuttling and moaning, like this horrible sound, almost like of a mangy dog that doesn't quite know what it is just echoing through the cavern.
Going Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah. And the
Hmm.
scuttling is just running up the walls and coming closer.
Oh. Is this something that,
Ooh.
well, I've heard before?
Give me a sense or a focus.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wow.
You're gonna
First fail of the
take a
day.
brain.
Oh.
You're gonna take a brain.
Oh no.
That's rough.
So, what
work.
happens in this situation is you try to combine your memories of being down in Old Fair with your abilities that you have, your arcane abilities. And you begin to think back, and your mind just becomes so confused, and you think that you are stuck in Old Fair. Your friends are not there,
Oh.
Oh no.
Wow.
and you just are a little kid again.
Oh.
Hands are grabbing you.
Oh,
And
this is a great time for it. Seeing him freezing up, I definitely kind of grab him by the shoulders and try and shake him.
Oh.
That moment.
okay,
Wow.
you are able to get him out of it. And Felix, you are just as quickly as that feeling came, it goes. And it's almost, you don't even remember that feeling anymore. You now have your first mark, which is a brain.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Yay.
Could you
And so,
could you remind me exactly how marks work? We discussed it. I just want to make sure I'm on point.
so 3 marks, 4 marks is a scar.
In the same
So-
category.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's like 3 points of damage in the same category will result in like a permanent
Oh.
debuff.
Permanent scar.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, on
And
the
then
fourth
4
one.
of them, you die.
Well,
Yes.
Sweet.
On the fourth
Retire.
scar, you die.
All right. I'm scarred. I'm old. Let's go.
right with Felix, not the time. Moving. Which way?
Not that way. Not that way.
Bess will back up and kind of point us in the western direction and rustle the map.
Okay. I need you all to make hide rolls for me as the scuttling
Oh, no.
is getting closer. And to see if you guys can try to... I'm assuming since the scuttling is getting closer, you guys are going to try to be more quieter. That's just me assuming. But you guys don't have to. But if you are going to do that, then go ahead and roll me a hide. But if you're just going to shout from the rooftops, then that's fine.
So I can gild an extra
What
dice according to my criminal ability. So when I open my character sheet,
What?
do I just do extra gilding +1?
Uh,
I think
that's
so.
how that
Just
works.
roll hide and we'll know that they're both gilded.
Okay. And then and then drive. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have, what is this? Drive is to use an extra dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see if this works.
How'd that work?
Oh, that's embarrassing. That's really
You failed,
bad.
You're
though.
doing great.
Wait, Do you have to roll a 6 if you do that? No. Okay, 1 to 3 is a failure. Never mind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You get a drive back though.
Yay!
Yay!
Drive that I used.
At least it was free to fail.
Yeah, a free fail. Oh god.
Okay. Did everyone roll?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Uh,
So as you guys creepily down the western, or was it western caverns?
Western.
Bess, I can't remember what I said, west or east. I have it written down.
We're trying to run west.
West. You're going west, and Bess, you stop and notice, and you stop and you notice a eye staring at you through the cracks
Oh.
Oh.
Is it mine?
of like in the walls. It's not yours.
It's mine.
But this eye has no sockets. It's not an eye, it's just a socket. And it's like the eye part is draining almost.
Oh.
Oh.
It blinks at you
Uh,
and suddenly it's gone.
Would
And so
I-
you're kind of standing there and your friends kind of nudge you along before you you almost get caught.
Oh my god.
You let out a little gasp. But your friends quickly nudge you along.
I was gonna
You're
ask,
able
like,
to.
you did talk before
Yes.
about sharing drive with others, correct, and assisting with rolls.
Yes, you can do that.
Do you have to do that before the roll or after? Can you?
Yeah,
Do it
before
after.
the roll.
Okay.
Can we do that when we're
can't do
also
that
rolling
after.
something? Like in this hide situation, could I have tried to help Sal, for example?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, as a before the roll thing. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
before
I just
the
wasn't
roll.
sure if like you can only do your own thing or help them.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
Maps. Ooh.
So that's like
Ooh.
one of the sheets that you have of Old Fair.
Oh, I like that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So you guys continue down and you start to recognize the area around you, Bess. It's becoming more like mine-like almost. It looks like modern day people have like made their way through this area and set up posts to keep it from collapsing. Since Old Fair is very, old. So it is very not
Crazy.
stable is the word. And basically you see at the end of one of the hallways, like one of the caverns, you see the red the symbol of the red hand.
Mm.
Like dragged down a hallway. So yeah.
I'll point to it. I'm assuming Bess knows that this is the exile. She's gonna be like,
Yes.
way.
Do we all see this red hand, or is it just?
Yes, you do. You all see it.
And this is the direction we're supposed to go.
Yes.
Cool. Looks like we're going the
Felix,
right way.
I want you to make. Sorry,
Oh.
I want you to make a survey for me. Just Felix.
A survey.
Survey or sense.
Oh, that's worrying.
Oh, not bad.
Not terrible.
Nice.
Okay. As you guys continue down this way, Felix, you stop. And you can almost hear something. It's like a whistle. A familiar whistle. And you turn around, and a child. A child with gray skin, no eyes, mouth sewn shut,
Is it so?
is on all fours, looking at you, kind of like. And then just as it's there, it quickly scurries back into the darkness.
Oh, jeez.
Out of curiosity,
Yeah?
was I lived in Old Fair for a while. I don't know
Yes.
necessarily if these things were friendly or not, because they were friendly to some extent.
Yes. You've seen them tear apart rats and stuff them through their threads on their mouths. So, you know they can be vicious. But they were never vicious towards you.
Huh.
Noticing him turn around, Saka would probably look back and then question, what was it?
Something we should keep moving, maybe.
Oh, alright.
I mean, you ain't got old friends out here as well. You seem to know little everybody.
Well, you get to know your neighbors. My neighbors might be friendly to me, but that doesn't mean they're friendly to you. At which point, I'll kind of like look back a little bit to see if I can see it at all, and then turn and continue down.
Okay, you don't see it at all. It has fled into the darkness.
That's terrifying.
I will
And,
usher us forward then.
Okay.
Bess is like, I don't know, 30 feet ahead of you guys because you stopped.
Just kept walking?
Yep.
Okay. Bess, it doesn't look like anyone has come through here yet. Meaning that, like, the exile has multiple different branches.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to go to the one that you know leads to the Hallow Harbor, which is where you know they were going, because the Cormorant was mentioned, which is a ship that the Red Hand has. So you know that if they haven't come through here yet, then they must have gone another route, but you know how to get to it very easily. So you in your mind are like, oh, we're ahead of them, basically. Wherever they are, we're ahead. So you can go around and not go back the way you came, but take another route, basically.
Okay.
Would I also know these paths, or would I not have touched this area?
You can give me a focus. Because in my mind, you were pretty high up, so
Yeah,
maybe
that's
you
why I
didn't...
was like, it makes sense if I didn't, but...
You didn't
Yeah.
do grunt work.
You can give me a focus to see if you don't.
I think I've heard of them. Never mind.
You don't know. That's a 1. So,
Oh no.
So basically, Bess, do you go that way, or what do you do at this point?
So my options are to try and circle around them or keep going forward.
Yes.
And the pathway is going towards Hollow Harbor.
Yes.
And the people we're tracking is the other circle that went after the Red Hand?
Yes. And also the Red Hand group.
The Red Hand itself, okay. I would continue down the main path then. I wouldn't try to go around.
Okay. Okay. As you go down the main path, you begin to smell like the scent of coal, almost. Now, that is not unusual being down in Old Fair, but the wind is like pushing the air through, the stale wind. You know, like, have you guys have been in like caves before, right? And how there's almost like this stale wind. I don't know how else to describe it. But it kicks up coal in your nose, basically. Yeah. So you come across what is basically a rock in the center of what looks like a ritual circle.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey. Ooh, picture.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
There are bodies facing all around this circle.
Are we at the location? We're not at the location we were even sent to yet, right?
No.
So, in my previous history of going along these paths, this ritual circle, I'm assuming, would not have been there. So this is like a, oh, hey,
Yes,
this doesn't
this is
belong.
new.
Okay.
This does not belong here.
I would stop the group, and I would, I guess, try to interpret the circle?
Okay.
Or, like, look for anything that would stand out to Bess?
Give me a focus or a sense. We're rolling a lot of focuses tonight.
Really thinking.
You have no idea what any of these runes or this stone means.
How
Go ahead.
how long has it been here? Are we able to tell? Like, due to the bodies, or like, I see there's circles. I don't know if they're drawn in blood or dirt or.
They're just dirt. You can tell this is very old. Like, very, very old. But you're starting to realize that obviously it wasn't here before.
Mm-hmm.
So
Does time move differently?
But it's very
in
old.
In the exile?
Say that again?
Does time move differently down here than it does in, like, South Suffolk and New Fair?
You don't know.
Eh?
That's a question for the magic man.
Do I know?
What's that?
I want you to give me a sense.
Fair enough.
Nice.
Okay.
Very good.
So what you can tell is as you are looking around, you start to feel something. And like energy being pulled out of you and pushed in, pulled out of you and pushed in. And as you are looking at these runes on the ground, you know that just intrinsically in your head, after being in Old Fair for so long, you're like, these aren't Old Farron runes. These are runes Candela has put in Old Fair.
Is that a normal thing that
So-
Candela does?
No.
Oh.
And again, this was all very old. So you're like, could it have been older Candela agents? Because Candela has been around since before Old Fair.
I would
So
probably
you-
address the group and let them know that these
Okay.
are old, put here by Candela at some point.
I'm gonna, if I can, take a kneel next to one of the bodies and kind of give it a good look over. I'm assuming mostly bone at this point than anything, but try and see if I
Yeah.
can take a guess over kind of what caused, if there was any broken bones for any nicks and cuts and blades or anything, or if they were alive or dead prior to death.
looks
And I
like-
also want to take the pen while I'm going
Yeah,
through it
give
and
me a
kind of shine them
focus.
over. Shine over with the pen
Yeah,
at
give me
both
a
the
focus.
crystal and the bodies.
Got it. Give me a
Set
focus,
up
please.
Focus, yes.
Focus.
And pop another drive in there as well.
Okay.
Hmm.
You
Definitely take the
can
6.
tell. Do you take the 4 or the 6?
I'll take the 6, yeah.
Okay. You start looking, and yeah, they were dead before they were set here. And how you know that is that there's runes carved into their bones.
Oh my god.
And as you look up, they're the same runes matching. The runes set in the stone.
Yeah.
Is
So,
there like
yeah, as Felix kind of points it out, I kind of just follow in. And your Candela folks happen to have a tattoo club as well, worshiping this rock, and kind of tap at the runes and markings on the body with the pen.
Okay. Yeah. There is no bleed on this.
Mm-hmm.
No bleed.
Yep.
As far as you can tell.
Yeah.
From your bleed detector. But your bleed detector starts glitching almost. That it's not bleed, but it is something else. Magic.
Yeah, definitely brings a good frown to the face. I kind of just like look over the pen and kind of tap it on the ground for a second. Just,
Okay.
Something wrong there.
As
Or-
you is your pen Candela issued?
Ooh, good question.
Okay.
I imagine that I'd try not to take anything from anything older. So yeah, I'd go with Candela issued.
Okay. So as you are tapping the ground with your pen, that's what you said you were doing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All the runes light up,
Oh.
Kind of spark or fully illuminate.
just fully illuminate. And your pen starts shining the same color, like almost like this teal color.
Yeah, just a complete kind of like freeze as I'm kind of crouched over at the ground holding the pen up and just 2 fingers just like,
What did you do?
And you guys, all the bodies disappear.
Oh.
Oh!
Hey, Burton,
mm.
what are you doing?
Exact words, but just kind of like without kind of moving, just kind of like look in Felix's direction and just hot potato and toss the pen at him.
the pen still teal?
I'll catch the pen if possible. Just like snatch it out of the air and kind of give it a look-see.
I want to look at it too.
Well, I want you to make a focus roll for me.
Should I too?
Yeah, you can. Anyone who wants to can.
Oh,
Ooh.
Nice.
ooh!
Nice.
I did better.
You did do better.
Very reluctantly want to,
For
but
God's sake.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Everyone else gets
I-
5s and 6s.
So what kind of
Can I take the
what
3
kind
on
of
that one?
happens? Okay, got it. What kind of happens in this situation is Felix, you're holding the pen. Bess, you reach up and tap it. And like as you move your hand across the pen, Bess, a little capsule kind of moves. And you start to see runes show up on that capsule.
Ooh.
And Bess, in your head, you know that when you arrived at Candela, they gave you all the gear you would ever need to be a Candela agent. They said, specifically, that this gear has been used for centuries. Now, it just has been put into other shells. So, like, your bleed detectors all have one thing that makes them similar. And your bleed containment vials, though they may look different for different scenarios, they all have one thing that makes them similar. So, you immediately think, this is activated by bleed and a Candela artifacts. And what you start to realize is that in the room that they did this, they gave you these artifacts in when you first came to Candela, there's the same symbols on the ground as were in that room. And you're like, well, shit. This is a teleportation crystal that allows you to transport things out of the circle and back to a chapter house. Now, your chapter house doesn't have a teleportation circle.
Darn.
It does now.
That chap's house we just send dead bodies to.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I was just thinking that.
But what you can do is you look at. Do you tell Felix this?
Yeah. I would say something to
Okay.
the effect of, it's a bloody teleportation circle.
Interesting.
Felix.
Oh, interesting.
You think you can. You have many, like, occultist items back at the abandoned building, back at the corner.
Mhm.
And you think if you can copy some of those runes onto that stone, you can teleport you guys there back to your abandoned building. Back to the
Oh
corner.
my god.
Oh, I'm absolutely gonna do that. If not just like, I'll definitely copy the runes. I want to make sure we can have a teleportation shirt. Yeah, that's cool. Also,
Yeah.
I was thinking we'd end up using it just for funsies.
Okay.
See where we go?
Yeah.
Do we know how to
saying that aloud?
activate it?
You saying that aloud?
I think maybe we can get our own little teleportation circle. We'll save on walking.
Tella, what now?
That'd be pretty handy.
No.
Yeah.
You want a
ab-
teleportation circle from the exile into our home?
absolutely the hell not.
But then we don't have to take the stairs.
Oh, quiet. I didn't plan on returning here on a fucking weekend trip every other Sunday.
I certainly don't want to.
Must be nice.
Rightly. Sorry for that effect. On the grounds, though, can you put it down the way, not in our damn house?
We'll discuss it
But
when I figure out how to activate it.
On that, where did we even sand what was here before on the way out? They had the markings on the damn body. You trying to put a tattoo on me for the same?
Oh, you wonder where the bodies went? Let's find out. How do I activate it? Miss DM, I would like to activate the teleportation circle because I'm suicidal. I don't know if that's physically possible.
Okay.
I think we need to carve those runes into ourselves to make it work.
Oh,
I did.
that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I'd rather not.
Put it in your
Okay.
mechanical hand.
Yeah, that's not a bad.
We don't
plan.
all have
But then
a
just my
prosthetic
hand
body
goes.
part.
I don't go with my hand. Yeah.
It's not the
Maybe
first time
you
you
should
lost
leave your
it.
hand behind. We'd have to find it again.
Okay, I'll just copy down the runes for later.
Okay. All right. You do realize, Bess, that this is a dead end, so you're gonna have to go the other direction.
Then yeah, I would make us.
Wait, was this where the red hand symbol pointed to?
No. This
Okay.
is the exile has many branches to get to all parts of New Fair. This is one of those branches, but Bess knows that in order to get to where the red hand was, in order to get to the branch that goes to Hallow Harbor, you either could go this way, which is now a dead end, or go back the way you came and take a circle around.
Okay.
What are my options again? Sorry.
You can, well, now that this is a dead end, you have to go back the way you came and circle around.
Okay, so I have to circle around now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So, you guys are back on the exile. You start to see more red hands on the walls. Some of them are very hidden. But since you guys are looking, you can find them. And since Bess knows exactly which way to go, you very easily know where everything is in the exile. All right. So you guys come to a big open cavern with columns that are like almost breaking apart. And you guys see what looks like bedrolls scattered around in this cavern, almost. Like bedrolls. It looks like someone set up camp here. And what you do notice is that in the center of this cavern, there is a marking that looks like something exploded. So that like the dust and the dirt is like pressed into the ground. And yeah. And Bess, you immediately recognize the equipment in this room, Bess and Sarkra, as Red Hand equipment. So there is like bags and like knives and stuff.
Ooh.
And
Definitely copying those.
you start to realize that there is rubble coming down from the ceiling. And under one of these piles of rubble is a hand just kind of laying out.
Sokka would comment and be like, guess we know what happened to the red hand. And then point to the hand that's sticking out from the rubble.
Is it red?
Hey,
It is gloved, but it's not red.
Damn.
Felix, that yours?
I'm gonna kind of wiggle my peripheral that I can't think of the right word for. Prosthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I got mine right here.
Go ahead.
How long has this campsite been here, do we think?
It looks very recent. Like maybe
Go,
the past few days.
I want to go examine
Like
this
maybe-
blast mark, if I can.
Okay. Give me a focus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
I would like to look generally around the rubble, just see if there's anything there.
Give me a survey, and we'll come to yours in a second. So, Dr. Lacrimal, as you are examining the explosion, you start to realize something. That within the explosion, there are little bits of spores.
Ooh.
Like, the
I got a-
spores that
Sorry.
you used to create the medicine that in turn created grave rot. The spores that eons gave you, out of the many things they gave you to create the resistance to arcane in the blood.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of those things they gave you.
Definitely want to kind of unshoulder my bag for a second, kind of set off aside. I pull out some of my different lab equipment and with a couple different maybe vials and tweezers and whatnot, just try and start to kind of pluck some of the pieces and collect them into a glass vial.
Give me a control.
Ooh.
Double check. Yeah.
Sweet. You are able to successfully gather the spores.
Mhm.
And you now have them in a vial. Sarkra, you very quickly lose interest in surveying around the room because you see, as you're moving the rocks, you uncover a face,
Oh.
and that face takes a
Oh, shit.
Oh.
and they open their eyes. And this is very obviously not a Candela agent. They've got tattoos, like criminal tattoos, like as like signs of the Red Hand. And they say, Who are you? What are you doing here?
She would crouch. Is the person like easily uncoverable? Or are they under a lot of rubble?
They're easily uncoverable.
I would try and like kick them out a bit and get it. Not kick them, to be clear. Kick the rubble out the way around them.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do that pretty easily.
Okay. And she would reply, "Who are you?"
You're not Eons. Did
She
she
would-
send you?
Who is she?
Then no. And they roll over. And they like get up on their elbows. And they're like, and look at all of you.
I would turn so that she can't look at me.
Okay.
They didn't answer your
But,
question, Sarka. Right?
No,
They didn't answer any of my questions.
Hmm.
They
they
said,
didn't.
I asked who they were, and they said, okay, so no, you don't work for them. Do I have anything that, like, proves that I was high up in the Red Hand? Like some symbol of power?
What is your gear, real quick?
Let
Let me look at your. Because I'm gonna say you wouldn't carry that around with you all the time, but I
think
will
if it was
allow you to
something
take a
subtle,
gear
she
slot
could,
because you can
but-
do.
Okay, yeah. I don't mind that. She has a hidden weapon that could
you
make
can-
sense if it's, like, engraved.
Ooh, yes. If you take a hand weapon and you pull it, and it's like this nasty kind of like knife, that has a red edge.
An uncommon
So
forged weapon.
She would take that out, like, and keep it low to the ground, like where other people obviously can't see it, and say,
okay.
wait, what would she say? I didn't think this through.
You're doing so
Maybe she
good.
doesn't need to say anything at all.
Yeah, she would take that out, show them, and put it away.
Okay, I want to give me a hide, and I want the other three
Yeah.
to give me a survey to see if they
Oh
notice.
no.
Can I opt out of the survey since I've turned away from this interaction?
Yes, you can.
I'm definitely approaching the interaction with other intentions. We're just not there yet.
Oh, hey,
Well-
5-2.
Hey!
Wow.
That's
give
cool.
me a hide, Arca.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Oh.
I got 2 of them. Surely that.
One for each.
well. Hold on. I didn't think this through.
Is there a defender wins rule in
Unfortunate.
Candela?
Well, there's not really rules for like going against each other,
Yeah.
but I didn't think about this. I just thought, ooh, whoever's higher. Well, I didn't think about the same number.
Sounds like we keep going until somebody gets higher.
Shush you.
More,
go, yeah.
more.
How about this? We say you are able to successfully hide the knife, but Burton and Felix are able to see that you pull out something.
That
They
makes
don't know
sense.
what you pulled out.
Mm-hmm. That's a good compromise.
So, and the person looks up at you. And points, nudges their eyes to the others and goes, and the rest?
Best not to worry about them.
Best to worry about yourself and answer my friend's questions.
She would, like,
Give
try
me a
and
sway. Give me a sway.
I have no dice in sway.
Sarka, give me a sway, and
Oh.
I would
Sarka, give me a
love to
sway.
give you a sway.
Yo.
And you
Heyo.
can. I will ask. Oh wow! Nice.
Beautiful.
A critical fail and a success. Sweet.
2 critical fails, great.
You could always take the fail if you want.
I'm good.
Yeah. And so the person kind of tenses, and they're like, just failed. The artifact, whatever it was, turned on us. It was some sort of mechanical ever. The Crimson Croon is gonna kill us. Me. As they look around and see. It's the Crimson, is it? No, or it's the Carmine, right?
Yeah.
Carmine, my
Mhm.
bad.
It's good.
The Carmine Croon is going to kill us. And as they look around the room, they start to see everyone else is dead. They're the only one left. Me. And they look up at you. They're like, what are you gonna do?
I want to like hook under her arm and try and like help her more to get up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she'd say, you can go first if you want to do your thing.
I was just gonna, as I was finishing up with what I was doing, kind of see if we can get them up out of the rubble, kind of 2 hands forward and slow on there, and then make sure they can stand properly, and just give them a once over and kind of make sure nothing's broken, see how they're faring.
Give me a read.
Did I actually order this? Since I was hunting Sal, this would have been my interested area. So I wasn't sure if I did.
You did not order this.
Okay.
You haven't been in contact for a few weeks, if I believe correctly.
Yeah.
You did not order them to go to Eons and steal an artifact.
Which means someone's using your name still.
They went over your
Wow. As she gets her up, like, she would kind of, like, pull her close enough that she can talk quietly to her. And she would say, the Carmine Crone didn't order this. And then, as she, like, sets her away, she would say, so, where did you get this assignment from?
And she looks very confused. Your read tells you she has a lot of broken ribs and a lot of broken bones. And if you don't get her treatment effective immediately, she will probably die.
Mm-hmm.
And she, like, pushes up against you to try to get away from you, Sarka.
She let her go.
And she says, I saw the Croon myself.
And what did they look like, exactly?
She tilts her head. If you are...
Because from what I've heard, the Crimson Crone doesn't show her face to anyone. So, it seems weird that she would choose to show her face to you.
I want you to make a sense roll for me. I want everyone to make a sense roll for me.
Yay, I'm good at that.
No, no.
I'm bad at that.
Yeah, okay.
Oh! Yay!
I have to use a drive for that as well, because I have no points in it.
I have to take
that all.
I have to take the gilded roll to get the drive back, right?
If you want to drive back. Yeah.
Okay.
I like how
Alright.
Blaine's the only one with a point in that.
I have 9 points in that.
No. In sense specific.
Oh.
Like, we all have to roll 2 and take lower.
Well, you didn't roll. You added a drive. Okay, I understand. So both Sarka and Felix. Sarka, you immediately recognize some weird, like, the blank look in this person's eyes. You know that the Red Hand sometimes works with, like, people who use magic, as you yourself have seen. And you know that some people have the ability to replace memories and put memories in.
Ooh.
And confuse the brain.
Okay.
So So that's what you recognize. It's almost not a sense roll. It's like, this is what the red hand has done. Felix, you sense magic, obviously. But you sense something about to rupture.
Like, from their person?
You sense their brain about to rupture.
Would I know if there is a way to either stop that or
Just stop
shield
talking.
myself and my friends from it?
I would say cover is that you have only a few, like maybe 15 seconds, and you start to see the eyes roll back in the head.
Okay. Then I'd just immediately, because at this point, I think is it everybody is up near this person, yeah?
I'm a little bit farther off to the
Okay.
side.
I would immediately start yelling at the group, like, get back, take some cover. And I'd grab whoever doesn't immediately move that's near me and, like, drag them away from the person and find something to hide
I
behind.
want everyone to make a move then.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh,
this is...
are we doing high stake rolls as well?
What?
This is now a
Great.
high stakes roll.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, what is high stakes?
Sorry, I should have been mentioning that, but there has not been many rolls that have been high stakes. The only one that maybe was the hide roll, and that was already cunning. So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Felix,
Oh,
as you
no.
go to help your friends, you it's like that situation in an airplane. It's like you need to put your mask on first before you put someone else's masks on. You put your friends above you in a moment of selflessness. But that costs you something.
Damn it.
Take
Oh,
a
God.
bleed.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Alright.
As her brain just, her eyes like light up as they roll back into her head. And you see like her veins start to glow.
Oh.
And the top of her head just implodes.
Holy crap.
But instead of blood coming out, it's like this weird magic bleed substance.
Ugh.
How did I used to communicate with the Red Hand when I was like still in communication with them while in Candela?
You would have just like used in my mind you used signals like where you would leave like stuff in certain spots in the south soffit and they would come and pick it up, and that's how you guys would communicate, and it was a different spot every time. It's just like
Okay.
routine, like you know, like the back of your hand.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. But like, if I wanted to
Okay.
communicate with them now, would I be able to? Or because I'm out of like the loop now, I wouldn't know.
You could, you know, spots where, like, you know, spots that are fronts for the Red Hand. That if you
Okay.
potentially say the right thing, they would let you in.
Okay.
Yes.
With
yeah.
that, the newfound corpse, let me go ahead and make sure it's non-volatile and give it a once over and see if I can find what caused that other than just generalized bleed.
Give me a focus.
Hmm?
Okay. It was just bleed.
Mm-hmm.
Just bleed. And how close are you getting?
I'd imagine I'd get about an arm's length from it.
Okay. Do you touch it?
Definitely not. No.
Okay. Just making sure.
Fluids don't need a mix. Yep.
Yep. And okay. So, but as you lean down, Dr. Lacrimal, you look up and you start to see. You've noticed footsteps, like deep insetted footprints, leading out of the room.
Wait,
And in those
were they there
footprints-
before?
No. Well, you didn't notice them before.
Okay.
Because you rolled so terrible on your survey.
Great.
And in them is a signature. Like, you know, like footprints where it's like you have like a thing on the bottom of your boot or something. And it is D. Taylor.
Oh.
Wait, it says detail?
Yeah, D. Taylor in like a weird kind of
Okay.
fancy.
Yeah.
But only one of the feet has that.
Kind of take it. Alright, yeah, the half step over, kind of like turn my head and look at the boot marks as they kind of trail off for it, and just kind of, and kind of call out to Felix and the rest, and just hey, old man, you got some idea for any of this?
What do you got, Burton?
He kind of looks over and just, never mind. Bess, you happen to know more for all this side of the woods. Y'all got a fancy man with a fancy name? Kind of pointing down to the footmarks.
I'll come over and take a look to see what he's looking at.
Arca will also try and look without being... No, she'll like look over from where she is, but she's not gonna walk over yet.
I want you to make a focus roll for anyone who's looking at the boots. The boot prints. Make a focus roll for me.
Dang it!
Focus roll, do. Oh,
Oh no!
L. Screw
You
it.
did so good.
I'm gonna take the one
I'll
and
take
get my drive back.
Drive back.
Nice.
I'll take the 6.
Okay.
I'll take the 3.
Yeah,
Good job.
Nice.
Good job.
So, you all start, like, discussing. Maybe I didn't know this dude named Dan. Like, maybe. And so you all start thinking back. And Dr. Lacrimal, a memory comes up in your mind. Damien Taylor was a worker at Eons, below you, but very ambitious, who was obsessed with automatons, and was obsessed with your work specifically.
Ooh.
Oh, that makes sense with the machine turned on them.
And you think back, and you're like, well, could this basically, like, kid, because he was only like 19 years old by the time you entered Eons, and was like, could this kid have created this and caused this destruction?
Definitely, mulling it over and kind of reach back for that vial that I had with all the spores for it, and kind of pick it up, look at the boot, look at the vial, and just kind of hang my head and shake it, and right then, just kind of give it a nod. And thinking, I might be growing a headache. let you know as it takes a head and kind of just put the vial back in, stand himself back up a little more.
All right. I will say you do think it's funny that he signed his name in this like mechanical boot print. Because he was always very ostentatious.
Yeah. As a artist mark. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Sakura?
I was gonna say, I thought you meant detailer as in like the making details in something. That's why I was like, detailer?
Oh no, D. Taylor.
Yeah. It makes sense now, I get it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I will say, the other footprint is just a regular human footprint. So one is mechanical, one is human.
Oh.
Oh.
Everyone's got prosthetics these days.
You got something to say about that, Sarka?
I mean, no.
That's what I thought.
High table, does Sarka have a noticeable prosthetic as well?
No.
Okay.
In Bess's mind, we have found the Red Hand group that was trying to steal the Eon's artifact.
Yes.
And the Eon's artifact, in her mind, is #1 priority according to the assignment. And you said that the footprint was mechanical, and the people said that the experiment turned on them. And so Bess is gonna start to follow these footprints.
Okay.
Sarka will follow.
Is that
I
what
didn't- Yeah. I didn't say
definitely
anything, so I'll just follow people.
Yeah, the footsteps we all saw going forward, but I definitely want to kind of take a second and kind of walk along next to Sarko as we start to go that way, and just kind of turn over and just well, you're a newfound friend you pulled there out of the rocks. Didn't have much long living, so don't feel bad about a loss if that is your kind of thing.
Don't worry, I won't. And she'll walk off ahead.
Alright. Well, as you guys are following these footprints, you eventually come to a room with, it looks like almost like a house. An old Farron house. And you can just see this trail of destruction. And as you get closer to this house, you hear this kind of smacking noise. And it switches between flesh and metal.
If we're following this and we're beginning to approach, I would like to roll for stealth.
Okay, yes, give me a hide.
I would like to
And
see if
anyone
there's
who
any
wants to give-
windows which, like, from afar I can see into the house.
Give me a survey.
How many additional dice can you have using drive in a single roll?
Up to 6.
Up to 6.
Heyo. I can do
Well,
that.
6 total. 6 total.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you have-
Including your, yeah. So, Sarka, you see the, you see you can see, like, a window, and you see this, like, terrible kind of, like, a big shadow moving back and forth, pacing. And I'm gonna pull up something real quick and just kind of... These...
Ooh.
So you see, basically, the head of what that looks like.
That is so cool.
And it's
Okay.
like the brain is exposed, but there's also metallic parts to it, like rods sticking out of its brain. It looks like an unfinished experiment.
Okay.
And its skin looks very similar to a accelerated version of what Bess has.
She would like relay this information to everyone, like describing what she sees as the weird creature.
So
What is the image on the left? The blue one?
Yeah,
That's the robot, like the
Mhm.
metallic
Okay.
parts.
So we've walked up on the house and we're hearing both metallic and non-metallic stomping, to be clear.
What was it?
Yes. Yes.
And it's inside the house, so we can't see it, and Bess is sneaking up on it. Is the takeaway I have,
Yes.
right?
Is there another
Yeah.
entry to the house? And like,
I'm gonna say with your survey, you can see like a back door.
Is
okay, she
there-
would mention maybe it's best if we go in the back door.
Bess is gone. Is there anything bleed related about the house? Like, am I able to like gauge
Make a sense
that?
roll.
God damn it! I guess I'll take.
You
that
don't
then.
know.
um,
The only thing you sense is an overwhelming amount of the same bleed that comes from Bess in the house. So you don't know if this house itself has bleed. All you sense is like just this monster inside.
definitely kind of give like a quieter voice over towards Felix and everything. Just kind of, I'm all for having a good chips and tango, but I'll let whoever's going quietest go first. So it kind of gives a nod over towards Bess, who's already
Yeah.
quietly making a move.
I would assume I would be hiding as I approach the house and
Yes.
searching for, or like testing to see if the doors can open if they're locked, if the windows are open if they're locked.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you are able to find like are you going to the back door or just
I would probably circle the house, and then
Okay, yeah.
whichever one
I would
find
say I would say the house is pretty broken down and it's like made of stone and stuff, so I would say you could very easily go through the windows or like the doors and
Okay.
stuff.
Okay. When I look inside the house, I'm assuming I see this thing. I guess I would like point to like the windows and kind of signal that this is an entryway to the rest of the group.
Are you still
What were you
being
doing, sorry?
stealthy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
well.
So like signaling would be nonverbal.
Well, that change of music says I'll be sneaking my way to the door. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have good sneak. We're gonna do great. I'd like to sneak to the door.
And also
Got it. Roll me a hide.
to keep it in the mind. In terms of where this house is and where the teleportation circle is, would Bess
Yes.
remember the way, and how far is that?
Yes. It's not that far. It would just be maybe a minute or two sprint.
Okay. And does Bess remember the runic symbols for the teleportation circle?
Give me a focus, but I will say Felix has them.
I'm sorry. What do I
You
have?
do not remember.
Okay.
The
The-
runes for the teleportation.
You have the
circle.
runes, right? The teleportation.
Yeah, I have them written down.
Seeing Felix and everybody starting to hide to roll to go forward for it, so definitely just kind of stop and just and he kind of just crouches where he is, and he's gonna stand a little farther back. Y'all got it. So I'm gonna not really try to approach the house all the way with everybody
Okay.
until I hear a commotion really kick off.
Medic backline.
Okay.
Smart. Okay, so then, yeah, I'll
Alright,
sneak
what
up
do you guys do?
next to Bess. And Well, Bess, what are you doing right this second? Like, I'm sneaking up next to you. What are you currently doing?
Can I try to read the experiment to see what its level of like hostility is?
Yes. Give me a read. Is there anything else anyone else wants to do?
I'll try and read it as well.
Give me a read.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll let
Nice.
them read. They're doing their thing.
Okay. So I will say, what happened is you two, you study its body language, and yes, it's tense, but it's also confused. And it turns its head, and the one eye it has makes eye contact with you, Bess.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
And its other, like, it has like 3 glowing eyes going up the side of its head.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
And they all turn and look towards Sarka. And it starts limping towards you. And you can start to see it's damaged.
Mhm.
It's either damaged or it's not complete or both.
Mhm.
And yeah, you realize that this is a person taken over by grave rot who is stitched together with automaton parts.
That's
Can we tell if it's hostile though?
It's
tense and confused.
it's very confused.
Okay.
And it's hostile in the sense that it could be dangerous
Mhm.
if provoked.
Mhm.
Is it limping specifically towards me or Sal, or just towards the door in general?
Towards the door.
Okay.
I would, because I'm assuming I'm looking through the window, so I would stand up and break my stealth because I'm already caught. And Bess would extend out a grave rotten arm and hand to the experiment.
66.
Just
That's it. Because it's walking
Okay.
towards us right now.
Yes.
Like a
Give
friendly
me a
gesture.
sway.
Yeah.
Can I? Oh wait, no, never mind.
You can assist if you want. You can give
Can
her a
I?
drive.
Do I have to do something to assist, or can I just assist by being?
You can just
there?
describe. You can. I prefer it when people describe.
Yeah,
when
that's the thing.
they
I
do
wasn't sure
something.
exactly how I would be able to help in this situation, so I was like, oh no.
Go ahead and roll me a sway, Bess.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh,
Well,
oh no.
It sees
I
It's
the
over.
grave rot
Is
in your hand. It looks at its, like, some of its fingers are rotted off, but like one of them is metal. Looks at it, looks at your hand, and there's this hatred towards itself.
oh.
And it recognizes that it's the same, you're the same as it.
Oh, great, it's racist.
Oh shit.
Sorry. That one- You can clip that out.
And,
Whoa.
and its other hand, which is completely metal, and like almost has like a knuckle ring around it,
Oh, jeez.
I was-
swings
If possible, I would like to
upwards.
like try and push Sal away from the window when I see it's mad at her.
Make a move.
Both of us?
You can, Bess, if you want, Sal.
I definitely would like to try.
Oh, thank God.
At the same time, is there anything to like push onto or push over said automaton person? Like, can I?
You can give me a strike.
Oh, I
I
was just
think
looking
that's
on,
doing
knock
one.
stuff onto it. This ought to be great. It's gonna go great.
So,
guys.
if I
Wow.
I by default on my move have a gilded dice,
Yes.
but I have full drive right now. Do I get more drive if I choose my gilded dice? More than what I would have started off with? Or
No, you
is
don't.
it just a cap? Okay.
It's cap.
Okay, cool.
Alright, Dr. Lacrimal, did you want to do something?
If I see the commotion of them kind of standing up and everything, I'm gonna kind of cross that distance and start moving closer to the house at this point, and rejoin.
Okay.
Hmm.
Sarka, did you want to do anything other than just,
I want to try and speak to it and ask if it speaks.
Okay. Well, let's resolve that in a second. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Felix, I think you are very able to knock it over, but
Yay.
as it falls over, it clips the side of you. Take a body.
Ooh.
I got one of each.
Oh.
I got the trifecta.
God.
So it is now on the ground. Dr. Lacrimal, you run up, and Sarka, now is the chance that if you want to speak to it, as it like tries to twist its torso, moving in the wrong direction to move its body. Now's the chance to speak with it. Speak with it if you
Would
want.
say,
Sway.
oh, okay.
Or here, make me a sway first, and then say what you wanted to say.
Okay.
Ooh.
She would just say, we're not here to hurt you, aside from that, but we want to ask about the thing in the artifact.
Okay. So what are you asking again?
She said, we're not here to hurt you, we want to know about the artifact.
And it looks up at you. It's one eye in its other eye. And you can see like metal plates and skin start to part, almost like the metal is pulling the skin. And in the center, like a glowing circle with like metal wrapped around it. Almost like, what are those, I'll find a picture and send it to you later.
Yeah.
But those spheres, those ancient Greek spheres, what are those called? That one dude made?
With like the rings?
Oh.
Yeah, with like the rings.
Yeah, I know what you
They're
mean.
called
I don't know what it's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah, that's
I
what
know
it
what you're
looks
talking
like,
about, too.
except it's glowing.
Does
Um,
it give off like bleed?
Here with rings?
Or like
Make
is
me
it-
sense.
Okay.
You're talking like a. I think of spear and rings. I'm thinking like a gyroscope and a gimbal.
Yes,
I
that's what it's
wanna
called.
know.
That's what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you really
Wow,
want to
that's a
know?
lot of dice for a 3.
Oh my god.
I know, a lot of dice. I'll take the 5.
All right, 5. Okay. You'll take the
The
5.
odds are not in your favor.
No, you would think I would have gotten at least 1 6
I
out
love
of
that
that.
literally like almost half. Wait, no, yeah, half of them are fails.
Ugh.
Yep. You know, you can sense that there is bleed in this, but it's not, it's dormant.
Ooh.
How is it showing it to us again?
It like ripped its chest
in its
open.
chest, and it
Okay,
like
that's
its
yeah.
skin and metal like ripped apart.
Is this thing
Sokka would,
still?
like- You go.
Oh yeah, is this thing still like generally hostile with Felix pinning it or tackled upon it? It's still trying to twist and everything.
It's twisting a little bit, like it's uncomfortable,
Mhm.
but it is trying to get up because it's on the floor.
Fair.
Yeah, Sokka would tell him get off of
But
it.
it seems more confused. Still confused. The hostility seemed as much as emotion as it can have seemed more emotional reaction than a logical one. But it seems like its logical side is coming out, but not for long. It seems like its human brain and its mechanical brain and the grave rot are making this weird kind of switch off between what's real and what's not, and what they feel and what they don't feel. And yeah.
Another fire table for everything. The personal weapon, is it needed to
Yes.
make a strike, or is it just
No, it's not.
helps? Oh, okay.
It just
Um,
helps.
Okay.
She would, Sokka would look to Blaine and like nod towards the artifact. Not to Blaine, to Felix.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, I
Felix.
got you.
And
I don't know. It looked aggressive, so like I attacked it. I don't necessarily know it's not aggressive at this point. Then
Oh, the point of her nod was to tell you to take it.
oh well, then I'll take it. So
Okay.
do I need to roll anything?
So
One-
Sokka doesn't
Give
want to
me-
touch it.
Let's go.
Give me a strike.
Oh, not a strike.
I want to say, if I can
Fuck.
assist in a
Well, it's too
fashion.
late.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, Felix, you reach your hand in there, and take 3 bleed.
oh,
3 bleed.
I'm so sorry.
All right.
Yep.
Take a scar. Gonna
What's your
attack an extra-
scar?
Oh my god.
That
And you
renders
can
him
Use
see
your other hand.
just
Oh my god, you lost your
So depending
hand.
on
Which
which
hand
hand you-
was it?
which hand was it?
I would assume I don't know. My prosthetic one is still completely functional, so in that moment, I don't know. Can I roll a dice to decide that? I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, 3 or lower, it's your regular hand. 4, 5, 6, it's a
That's not how you
prosthetic?
do it. How do I do
Oh,
this?
there you go, regular hand.
top,
Oh, you rolled a
top-
1.
Ah,
You can
left
also
side
hit
has
the
a
click.
dice.
Yeah, the button.
there we
yeah.
go.
okay, it's your regular hand.
Cool.
Oh.
Here we go.
So as you
That's
grab
bad,
it,
buddy.
you see like all of his veins shoot up the color of like dark green, and it switches to gray, and the gray starts to spread, and he starts convulsing as he falls to the ground. And Felix, now that you have a scar, I want to know what what Felix's mind is showing him in this moment. What is, now that have collapsed, what is a memory, a scenario that Felix has come up with? Something that is in his brain that his brain would bring to the front at this point.
Are we talking like a happy memory or like a bad memory?
I don't imagine it
Anything.
happy.
Anything.
What is something this scar triggers?
For Felix, let's say the loneliness of old fare for a few years. Just being alone and having no one to turn to and only being able to depend on themselves. And just wishing they had one person just to even be next to or have like companionship.
Alright. Felix, you open your eyes, and you are in an empty room.
Oh.
Completely empty. You're a kid again. It's like all those years ago. What are the rest of you doing? He's convulsing on the ground.
Yeah, I want to take my boot and kind of roll him off of this contraption.
I would probably try and
Okay.
help Andy, like, fix it.
Is the
Bird.
contraption's chest still open?
Yes, it is. And it is starting to, like, move away from you guys as it's, like, scared of what is happening.
Is
Okay.
it still on the ground?
It's still on the ground.
But its chest is still open?
Yes.
That gem didn't move at all, huh? Or that little orb thing didn't move at all.
I don't think your hand got
you
to touch
rolled.
it.
Oh.
What Bess would do in this situation, actually let me think about it, because she's kind of pissed off that it was
Yeah.
mad at her for being grave rot.
Throw a dagger at it. Go full rogue.
I would. Does the house have any remnants of fabric or like cloak in it, or is it completely just empty?
Give me a survey.
Survey.
Yeah, no.
Heyo.
No.
You are too
While she's-
scared.
While she looks around, I definitely just kind of want to reach into my bag and kind of grab any of my scalpels and blades, and I just want to go
Yes.
make a stab straight through the throat, past the windpipe into the spinal column.
Who are you stabbing?
Jesus.
The automaton thing.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna help Blaine.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Stab Blaine.
Can I make a counter movement? Or I guess you were
Ooh.
doing this while I was looking for the
That was the
cloaks.
idea, yeah.
But
I would
okay,
try and stop him if he tries to attack the thing.
yeah. Exactly. In any timing that is DM discretion, Bess would try to get in between the automaton and Dr. Lacrimal, because Bess knows that the state of confusion and upset that can be felt. That's my description. Sorry.
Yeah, that's awesome. I want Dr. Lacrimal to make a strike, and I want Bess to make a move. And Sarka, did you also want to make a move?
I want to stop Dr. Lacrimal before he stabs the thing, preferably.
Give me a strike or a move, depending on how you want that.
For the counter for my speciality allows me to do a focus. Can I do that?
Yes, I got it.
Gotcha.
That was gilded.
Oh. I'm taking
Well-
the 5.
You taking the 5?
Yes.
Okay. Here's what happens. You run up, and Dr. Lacrimal, as Sarka is also running up, and like going no in slow motion.
Oh, that's so cool.
Dr. Lacrimal, you are about to stab and maybe finish this thing off. And then out of the corner of your eye, you see Bess come into view. And instead of hitting the automaton, you hit her. Bess, take a body.
It's not just me.
Worth.
I would like to then try and pull him away and be like, help, Felix, what are you doing?
Well,
I assume I would fall on top of the automaton.
Are you still
at this
having-
point, then I am at its mercy.
Is Felix good, or is Felix still having a moment?
Unconscious.
He's still
I
having a
am-
moment.
Yeah.
Not
Okay,
available.
yeah,
Thank
she'll tell
you.
him, go fix Felix, what are you doing?
Fixing a damn problem. You wanna fucking handle that thing and kind of turn around.
You're the doctor, do your job.
Hey yo.
Yeah, turn around to kind of help Felix for a second and give him a once over to see what I can do to help. And kind of stop the convulsions.
Give me a focus or control.
I would then like to
Nope.
try and get Bess away from the thing.
Okay, I would say, you can easily move Bess away from the automaton as it is scrambling back.
Yeah.
But something switches in its brain,
Oh no.
and I want
Hmm.
you, Sarka, to make a move roll as it tries to attack you.
Is it high stakes?
High stakes.
Can I make another counter move to try and block Sarka?
You can try. Make a move.
No, don't. Stop.
Moves and counter moves.
I'm
Okay,
taking
good.
the 6.
Hey, everyone's moving.
Alright. So, Dr. Lacrimal,
Mhm.
you are able to stabilize
Felix?
Felix.
Felix, yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, I forgot the name. Sorry. And Felix, you hear Dr. Lacrimal's voice in the darkness,
Aw.
and you wake up.
Aww.
Come on, old timer, no sleeping. We got you moving.
And so here's what happens between Sarka and Bess. I want you both. Okay, here's what happens. I'm just trying to figure that out because you both rolled a 6.
You're doing great.
So here's what happens. Neither of you get hit.
Phew.
And you kind of like both of you scoot to the side as this is happening. And then the automaton kind of grips its head and is like shaking, and then goes immediately, sees you both and tries to do another swing again. What do you guys do before it attempts to swing?
Move back again.
Okay, give me another move.
I would like to try to sleight of hand and like
Okay.
knock it off its feet again.
Give me a control or a strike.
Or a strike. Damn it.
Mm.
No, as you go for it, it like goes for Sarka, sees you, and backhands you. Take another body.
Oh.
Oh shit.
What can I do to hold on to it when it hits me?
Oh.
This is the
Give
same
me-
reaction as when we tried to take the heart thing. That's not good.
Hey, hope we're gonna have multiple scars. It's gonna be great.
Give me a move.
I like to move move it.
Nice.
You are successfully holding on to it.
Okay.
I don't know how that helps
and
you, but
I'm not going to try to restrain it. I just wanted to hold on to it so that I didn't like fly across the room, but I would like to remain holding on to it with like no
Okay.
hostile or restrictive intentions.
Okay.
I would say again to it, we're not trying to hurt you, and see if that helps it at all.
Give me a sway.
If this was D&D, I'd say at disadvantage after what Burton did.
That looks like
Oh,
disadvantage
okay,
enough,
that's
honestly,
right.
yeah.
Well,
I'll take the one.
it kind of grits its half of its teeth and charges forward, and attempts to take another swing at you, Sarka. Give me a move. Okay, you
Good job.
successfully dodge it.
Uh,
Dr.
it's just-
Lacrimal and Felix, what are you doing?
Yeah, I will say at this point, as long as Felix is kind of like regained his kind
I'm
of
good.
conscious for a second, if he's gonna try and standing up, I'll help pick him up. But other than that, I'm gonna try and re-grab that scalpel and ready myself to.
I have a follow-up. I have a special ability
Oh.
that
Yes.
I just remembered I had because I was
Oh.
looking at my
Mhm.
sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Sent to chat.
Yes, let them in.
Oh.
I took
Uh.
3 bleed marks. I would like information, please.
Let them in
Yes.
is the name
What-
of that skill.
That's so cool.
What would you like to know?
I think obviously this person is a person, and they have mechanical, a non-mechanical, and a grave-rotted portion of their brain. Are they trying to be saved? Are they looking for
Death.
end? Are they... Am I able to tell if that little sphere in their center powers them? Am I mean, really, it's kind of up
Yes.
to whatever you want to give me.
I'll say this. That sphere is basically animating them.
Mhm.
They're not there anymore. It is sending nerve pulses to mimic what a human mind does. And the grave rot and mechanical part is emulating emotion.
I would then
So,
Body, mind, and soul.
I would relay that to the group
Machine,
as
human, and grave rot.
there's no humanity left in that. Find a way to get the sphere out of the center.
Yeah, and with him kind of doing that, I'll kind of put a hand on Bess, so I assume Moore's like in the middle of the room at this point, and just kind
I
of
think she's
hand on
holding
this.
onto it.
What charged it? Well, yeah. Did you? Go with
I wasn't trying to restrain it, so when it charged,
Oh.
I think I would have let
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I would just kind of like hand on the shoulder for a second and kind of push past Bess to make another strike. If its back's facing me, towards the back of its head at the base of the spine.
okay,
As
give me a strike.
as Dr.
Go ahead,
Lacrimal
Bess.
tries to strike it, I would like to move to slide underneath it to be in front of it after.
Okay.
My intentions are
move.
to slide and then try and steal it next quote turn.
Okay, got it. Lacrimal, give me the strike. Bess, give me the move.
Oh, I'm taking the 4.
Okay.
Ugh,
Okay.
Yeah. Also taking a 4.
Yep.
The Gilded
So,
4?
Yeah. Thanks.
so Lacrimal, You are able to stab it through its neck, and I'm assuming that's where you were aiming. And Bess is able to slide under, and so with both your mixed successes combined, I need Lacrimal to take another bleed as you stab it and grave rot splatters all over you.
Oh no!
Can I try and roll like read or something to figure out how to like power it down without touching the grabbing the core thing?
Give me a focus.
Okay.
Or a read. Also, you can give me a focus or a read.
Can I do that with focus, please?
Yeah, you can do that with focus, read, or sense.
Well,
so you said that I successfully slid underneath, so that I am essentially
Yes.
34.
in front of it.
you rolled so many.
I was like,
So
6,
many
please.
fives. And the guild was the only thing below 5.
I would like to... I don't know if I can use hide for this because of sleight of hand, but I would like to try and reach up and yoink the core.
What?
You can give me control.
Did we not learn?
We did not learn.
Let me
yeah, he
finish this
failed
with
it, right.
Felix.
Yeah.
Felix, you know that in order to not take bleed, you can specifically kind of use like the skin around it and like rip it out with the skin. So you have to like grab the skin and use the skin to push it out like a pimple. If that makes sense.
That is an
No.
amazing description.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love it.
Makes sense.
So let me repeat that in my lovely old man voice, because that sounds entertaining. Guys, it's like a giant pimple. Just squeeze. It'll pop right
Everyone
out.
definitely still thinks you're still hallucinating.
I'd also like to attempt that, if possible, but I also want to do that as safely as possible. And if someone is more
Okay.
aptly prepared to do that, they are welcome to do so.
Well, I think Bess is the closest at this point. So Bess can give me a control or a strike.
Okay. Ooh.
If I get a...
Okay.
Yeah, never mind.
So here's what happens. Bess,
I'm ready.
you begin
Ooh.
to squeeze, and it pops out. And your grave rot, you can feel your grave rot accelerating. Take another bleed, or 2 bleed.
2
Ooh.
bleed?
2 bleed.
So I have this thing called... Oh, send it chat. Death Defy? And you
Yes.
should take 1 or more marks from an enemy, you instead escape unscathed.
Oh.
Nice.
I have to describe how my quick thinking... So how does this bleed... Like, how am I would be receiving the bleed?
It's the core is elevating your grave rot.
Mm-hmm.
Just
So,
okay.
you could-
Or...
Then I would like to essentially, like, I imagine I would have delved both of my hands, like a gigantic pimple, into the flesh of this automaton, and then instead of like grabbing the core, I would like to have like scooped it out. So kind of like, how did you describe? Like a reverse set in volleyball, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yes. I got it. So,
Okay, cool.
here's what happens. You are able to, like, reverse set it, and just the force of your will is able to keep the grave rot from amplifying.
Ooh.
And as soon as you get that core out, the automaton human grave rot monstrosity falls to the ground.
Damn. I'm stuck underneath it.
Yep, pretty much. And yeah.
That's really cool.
So I would then probably ask to the group, so is this the artifact we were looking for?
First off, hold on. Someone put that damn thing away. Kind of.
Is
Pointing
it
towards
safe
the
to
fucking-
touch? Can I control, sense, whatever that?
Does someone have a
I will
containment
say you
vial,
guys
and
have
does that
bleed.
affect this?
Yes,
Oh.
you guys do have bleed containment vials.
Yeah.
I will absolutely do that and put it right in there. I have already
Thank you.
experienced this.
Okay.
No one else needs to. Put that thing away. Put it back where it came from.
Also help me.
Or so help me.
Yes, put that thing where it came from. So help me.
And if Bess is still half underneath the, well, just now unmoving corpse, I'll have to help kind of pick it up off of her.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, unpin her. And I kind of want to also like roll it to its back and lay it down for a second and kind of start to push over it a little bit and see how it's all stitched together and whatnot.
Okay, give me a focus.
Ew.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to close its mouth.
You. Ooh. Okay, you close its mouth. You, Dr. Lacrimal, are able to basically learn how this is stitched. I don't really, like, in my mind know, because I don't know that much about metal and medical stuff, but I will say you are able to copy this down, like in a journal or something, to look at later.
As an improvised kind of moment, almost looks like a fungal is pulling the damn skin to the metal, like rooting. Damn. And kind of start jotting it down in a small notebook for a second as I kind of look between that for a second and look up to Bess, who just kind of has both her hands kind of pressed to its face and just,
Yeah.
Priorities here.
And yeah, no, just kind of it's a small like grunt and a head nod, just a silent thank you almost. It's just
Awesome.
Amazing.
Alright. Alright. You guys have retrieved the artifact. How do you wish to escape Old Fair?
Teleportation circle.
Okay.
Into someone's house.
begrudgingly, just kind of.
We don't know if we can take things with us through that.
Don't
What if we go
have
and then
to-
the ale just drops and we're like, great, now we need to go back.
At least we know
Don't-
where it is.
Don't we have to inscribe the runes on us to do that?
Well, I suggested we probably have to do that. We don't know for sure.
How about this? You can all give me another focus roll. Because,
Great.
or Felix specifically, as you're looking back through your notes.
I got one
Felix,
left.
give me another focus
Let's
roll.
go. I will take the
Ooh,
gilded
you're more
six,
than
please.
us.
That is a critical success.
Oh!
Yay, we got
What?
That is
one!
That's a thing?
a critical success. Two
Yep.
sixes. Yeah, I put it in the group chat.
Ah, I missed
read
that
it. I
portion.
read it.
My
It's
bad.
okay, just
My
so you
bad.
know.
I yes.
You got a critical success.
Yay!
So basically, as you're looking through this, you know that what you can do is draw the circle on the ground and basically do basically pull a Dungeons and Dragons and draw a teleportation, like almost circle on the ground and inscribe runes on it. And activate it through just taking a body and activating it through blood.
And I choose where this puts us, not it goes where it wants.
Yes, you do.
Great.
Oh.
Yes.
And it requires blood to draw.
Yes.
Does it require
The
my
automaton
blood
bleed?
to draw?
It requires whoever is drawing the rune.
Alright, I'll believe
It's
that.
that.
Oh, okay.
I'll just,
How many body marks do you have?
a lot.
Wait.
I have one body mark
I thought-
currently.
Okay, I was gonna say, I
okay.
thought you had one.
I've taken 4 bleeds, 1
You've
brain,
taken a
and 1
lot.
body. I have taken
Andy,
a
have
lot,
you taken
so-
any? You haven't, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
You took a bleed.
I took a bleed.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just
Yeah, I'll cut a little cut and start drawing a little portal. Be grumbling under my breath the whole
Okay.
time. Easier than the stairs.
Kind of just see you doing that, go into the bag and grab any kind of small gauze and cloth and just like, oh, you know, come.
Whippersnapper. Let me finish my job first.
All
right.
Yes, Matt, are you just leaving about?
You are able to activate and the teleport circle. And yeah, where do you want it to go?
I will have it go back to our wonderful little abode next to the bar, where we can
it
figure
reminds me
our
of that
stuff out.
meme where they get in the taxi and they're like, "Where do you want to go? Home."
Yeah,
What is that?
you're gonna have to give me a street
We were
because
talking about that yesterday.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Alright. Right. All of you are able to make it back to the Guan's corner.
Yay!
Yay!
Mm.
Alive even.
We did so good, guys.
And this adventure.
Woo!
Do the circle sheet that if we play again.
Very nice.
We could play again?
I mean, we
You guys
could.
I mean, it would have to be when I'm free.
I mean,
I
that
really
feels
liked
necessary.
this.
Yeah, this is good.
Me too.
This felt really epic.
I have to go defend my title. Someone's using my name. 1.2.
You guys.
My guys, I'm so damaged from this one adventure. I don't know
Well,
I'll make it
who
through
told
another
you to
one.
do that? Actually, I told you to do one thing. The rest were on you.
My god.
Just take a nap, old man.
You'll feel fine in the morning.
Yeah.
Couple
Felix,
of bears.
I got some words for you putting teleportation receiving ends in our house.
I'm getting a whiskey. I'm just gonna drop everything, and I'm walking to the bar. Fuck you all.
Just, yeah. Bess, darling, would you watch the containment? Don't lose that artifact. Just kind of follow them out.
She would pick it up and she would follow them out.
We're just taking it with us.
You said don't lose it.
Bye, Sarka.
Oh, well, fine. Actually, yeah, she would stay. She's gonna write a letter and try and communicate with the Red Hand about why they're still using her name.
Definitely, if I see you walk in the bar with the thing, I'm like, no, hey, darling, no, take it inside. Go put it upstairs or something. Put it in your
You
hiding
want me
holes.
to babysit it in there. You told me not to lose it. I wanted to come with you.
Sure, just make sure no one sees it.
Okay.
I feel like this would go where nobody sees it for the first part, and then we pull it out after a drink and like look at
Yeah,
it.
we're like, look at what we got.
Yeah, we'd forget about the whole hide it part.
What part of secret organization are you missing?
A good end. A good end.
All right. So, we
Yeah.
can Did you contain or destroy a source of bleed? This goes to your illumination track.
Ooh.
Can you guys see it right now?
Yes.
Where is it?
No. Oh,
Very
it's on the
bottom
character
left.
sheet,
Or,
right?
yeah, on your character sheet, very bottom
Okay.
left.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can get it.
The illumination
yes.
keys?
Yes.
Seek out real
Yes.
magic? Does that...
Mhm.
That was magic?
Where's the description on
So
these?
what we do
Oh,
here
yeah.
is there's 3 illumination keys for the group. Did you contain or destroy a source of bleed?
Contain a source of
Yeah.
bleed?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Let me.
He's supposed to be. Oh, this is for the actual circle. On the circle sheet, there's 3 as well.
Yes, this is on the circle sheet. So you guys get to add 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Did you provide comfort or support for those affected?
Andy
Andy
was
did.
there for
Oh, and
Burton.
Bess covered the mouth of the deceased who was affected by the whole experiment.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't really say we
cool.
comforted the red hand, but
I was ready to just bury the red hand if they caused problems.
I helped
so-
her stand up.
Before they blew up, they had
Did
a
you
real
bring something of
conversation.
importance back for Candela Obscura to study?
Yeah,
Yes.
the artifact.
the
yeah.
thingy.
Okay. And then earn 2 illumination if some, but not all players filled an illumination key this session. Earn 4 if every player fulfilled at least.
One.
So did
personal
everyone
key.
hit an illumination key?
I don't think I did.
One of mine is to aid an ally, so yes.
Oh, illumination key of our own.
Yeah, of your own personal ones.
Let me switch.
Mine
I
was to act to
Did not do
bizarre.
mine.
I had
mine
perform a trick. I didn't do that.
Acquired
What a
authority.
ruse? I
does-
don't think I did that.
Does spitting at Lena count as standing up to authority?
I think it
Yes.
does.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah!
Uh,
Then I got mine.
Does seek out real magic count? Is real magic bleed?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah.
Does collecting the orb count as an oddity?
Yes.
Cool.
We
Does
did it!
Nice.
Does me having a breakdown with all the ones I rolled count as acting bizarre?
I think
One of
yelling,
your
screaming
things
like a
act
pimple.
bizarre.
Hooray.
I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah,
literally
if-
convulsed, so...
Yeah.
Bet.
Alright.
Acting,
Now,
real
what we
medical
do-
issues.
Is we look at your Candela Obscura resources. So, a stitch clears all marks for 1 PC. You have 5 of those. A refresh recoups all used drives and resistance for 1 PC. A train, take a d6 that to be used on any roll in the next assignment. These refresh when you fill in your circle sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Is there somewhere we can see these?
Yeah,
the
they're just below
They're on your
the
circle
thing.
sheet.
How many did you
Mhm.
say we have? Should we fill that in?
Yeah, you have 5 max for all of them, and you have 5 currently.
Wait,
For
where are
all
you
of them.
guys seeing this?
I also
So-
moved
It's
Go
around.
just
to your-
it's 2 sections below the illumination keys of
Yeah,
the
hold on.
circle.
Do you remember
Oh, I
on
don't
sheet settings at the top of
have-
your sheet?
Oh, sheet
And
settings?
then you can go to scroll
Yeah.
at the very bottom. It says circle sheet.
Oh, on the circle sheet. Oh.
We're looking, yeah, we're at the circle sheet right now, is what we're talking about. So we
And-
just got
oh,
that
I
right
see.
side track. We made progress
yeah.
on
Yeah.
because we got the
Well,
top
I mean, we
3
should
already.
probably give a stitch to Blaine. Wait, can you clear scars or are they permanent?
Scars are permanent, I think.
Yeah.
I also have 1 of each mark, if that matters.
Yeah, I mean,
Trifecta.
well.
I have the trifecta again.
I didn't take a single mark.
Wow, must be nice.
Oh,
I specifically said she's not gonna touch it.
Whippersnapper.
I told you I thought it was dangerous.
actually, yeah.
And how
I'm
many
just
of
on
each
that.
did you say we had?
5 of each.
5 of each. Okay.
I had just realized for the
5 of
resistance
each currently.
thing. Well, the point for resistance is to lose the point of resistance rather than taking a mark?
What?
Or
That was an
No, the
option.
resistance
No.
is you get to re-roll a dice.
Okay, that's what that is. I didn't remember how those work.
Oh,
I
okay. Yeah, I
was
completely
asking.
forgot they existed.
I
I
did
looked
too.
at it every
I-
now and then and was
yeah.
like, oh, they look cool.
We're
I
learning.
saw it there in the circle thing, and I was just like, I don't
Oh.
know what the resistance did. Okay.
I would
Yeah,
like to
I'm-
request a stitch.
Yeah, then using up a stitch
Yeah,
right
we
now.
think you should have one.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Wait, so how many hits did you take?
I only took 2 body.
Okay.
That I feel like that's fine enough to use one at least.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is 2 away from
I
the
agree.
thing, and you can
Is-
get 2 in 1 hit.
Is stitching the only way to clear marks?
Unless you have a doctor, who has an ability to clear a mark.
Mhm.
Okay. Does
A
the
mark.
doctor have an ability to clear marks?
Nah, I would have been doing that already.
Okay, so then if you want to give me a stitch, then I'll take a stitch
We've
Yeah,
given you a
okay.
stitch.
so we'll change it to 3 that we have left.
for 3
So-
current.
Yeah, 3 current stitches.
Okay. Anyone want to train for? Okay, so training for the
I think
D6.
train we use when we need it.
Oh,
I'd rather take a refresh. But I also already took a stitch, so you know.
You can take
I'm-
multiple.
I don't
Yeah.
need a
Do we
refresh.
decide now when we take them, or is it like gear when we pick them as we need them?
You decide
yeah.
now that you take
Yeah, you
them.
got to use
Okay.
them in between assignments.
And the
Mm.
train for the D6 is that like
It's like
using
getting a drive.
guidance, or is it getting like a drive?
It's getting like a
Whatever.
drive
Okay.
for any roll. You get an
Oh,
extra
okay.
drive for any roll.
And oh. And then the drive is like replenishable as you use gilded dice?
No. You just
No,
get an
one
extra
time.
d6.
Oh, I see. Okay.
One time.
I don't know. I feel like that's not really worth it.
I mean,
Well, yeah, but we
you'd
need
rather
to use them up eventually.
yeah,
Yeah.
use them rather than lose them. So, or not
Oh, okay.
refill them.
Well, I'm happy to train. I feel like that would be up Bess's alley.
Yeah, why not? Oh, I'll go ahead and throw do a train as well. Spend some time with it.
Is there a benefit to saving it other than just being able to use it on the next assignment?
Yes. So basically, they don't refill until you complete an illumination track.
Oh.
Okay. So if we don't happen to complete it next time, we won't get any more.
Oh, okay.
Well, you haven't completed. So if you go to your illumination track
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
and scroll
Yeah, go
down,
back to it.
those little
Mhm.
dots haven't filled in. You don't fill in until you fill in the last dot.
Mhm.
Oh. How do you
Yep.
fill it in?
Those are the
By
illumination.
doing what we just did.
Yeah, the illumination.
The
Oh.
keys.
illumination keys.
So then, so did we get?
The little
Little-
symbols, the little fire symbols, like light symbols, are for
Yeah.
another ability that you can have as a circle.
Mhm.
Okay. So do we add a point because we did? No.
No,
Wait.
we've already done the point things.
Okay.
I'd say yeah, the track itself should have 7 dots going down it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Everybody good?
I'm good.
Satisfied?
Do we have any extra slots, or are we all done?
Oh, I mean, we have plenty of extra stitches and trains. I mean, if that's what you're asking, but
Because if we're not using, well, we have to use them all right now, or no?
no.
Like, in
No,
between assignments.
you need to. Yeah.
The only thing I would do would be a refresh if we just have extras laying around.
Might as well take one refresh.
Yeah, because I have 7
If we
slots I
don't
could
use
refresh.
it during the next assignment, will we still be able to hold it, or is it gone if we don't use it?
It's gone if you don't use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I used a refresh.
Okay.
I'm solid. I'm ready. We're good.
All right.
Hmm?
Is everyone good?
Yeah.
Think so.
Well, thank you so much for playing with me.
It was
Absolutely.
fun.
Yeah. This is
I
a
hope
great
you guys
time.
enjoyed it. Sorry for the first 30 minutes of trying to figure out my weird things. The claps. Yeah, thank you so much for playing with me. And yeah. Just,
For sure, for
yeah.
sure. We're
I had a
learning,
blast.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great time. Thank you for inviting us to do that.
Yeah.
Of course.
Hopefully we get to do it again
If you ever
sometime.
want to play again, just let me know.